Yeah, you thought it'd be heavy Vitality.
Well, I thought it would be around those numbers, but in favor of Vitality, especially considering the performance they put in last week. So, Twitch chat, I guess, is just smarter than I give them credit for. Way to go, Twitch chat. We're in this together.
I personally give Twitch chat a lot of credit. I'm always so. I'm not sure where you're getting that from, but we have an absolute series here, ladies and gentlemen. Forget about the last one where, you know, quickly it showed that Liquid, you know, they topped the group. It didn't mean too much. This is single Elim. We're in the bracket now, James. It is game on and everything to play for.
Alpha had a few defensive stops last game, but we saw him look for some infield passing plays that didn't work out. And we already see some passing plays work out, this time utilizing the backboard. Mark getting this ball out into the middle. Sizen was trying to stop it, wanted to prevent that ball from leaking out, but it was a perfect hit from Mark and a cleanup from Atomic.
Yeah, Mark just had so much time there, and it was one of those situations where Vitality are going to panic. They're expecting Mark to shoot, but all he had to do with no boost was tap it off the wall, and it was an absolute freebie there, a tap in. And G1, well, you speak about Vitality, James. They didn't look as crash hot as what we probably saw last regional against Liquid. And again, G1, they're taking advantage of that.
Oh, there was a nice infield passing look, but it was sniffed out. Radosin not able to get the shot now on the rebound. Atomic defending the backboard. Sizen, first touch, will go in field. And Mark was there at the drop of a hat. Now a bump play. Radosin dodging multiple bumps and gets the 50 downfield. 3 on no one for a moment. Finally, the rotation comes back. That bounce off the corner could have been a little better. And now on the other end, this is a back and forth game.
End-to-end Rocket League right now. Radosin defending the 1v3. He just had to pinch it middle, James, and he sent it to the moon. I'll tell you what, that is departed the Milky Way, that pinch, and not what they wanted for Vitality. End-to-end Rocket League, counter-attacks back and forth. This is what we love to see.
It looked like for a brief moment, CJ, that it was going to be a counter-attack goal. So that is a tough break there for Vitality. Mark can't get a touch on it. Radosin has Sizen upfield. Flip reset pass is broken up by Dorito. Mark, oh, that's a risky hit, and that's going to result in a goal. Mark was going towards the middle of the field, but I don't know who he was aiming for. It looked like he was maybe trying to boom that over to Dorito, but Dorito was so far away.
Yeah, it was the presence of Alpha 54 there, just forcing a touch from Mark by 8. Just sometimes, James, you just got to put a hand up. I know T-Bates, that's his favorite quote, favorite saying, you just have to put some pressure on, send your car, send a bit of presence, and Mark by 8, he crumbled a little bit there. However, he was, I guess, left on a little bit of an island by his teammates. And here we go again, Radosin, free shot bar down, follow-up, Sizen gets it away.
Despite the hot start for G1, Vitality now taking the lead, and the wheels starting to fall off here for G1. And it all started with that play. You know, you called it out. Alpha forechecking hard, pressuring Mark, and Mark maybe panicking a little bit, not able to get the most ideal touch. Didn't have much time to think about it. And now another opportunity, and Alpha sinks it. 3 goals in how many seconds was this? It's got to be less than 20.
Just another poor touch by Mark by 8. He had so much time there, and he just threw it into the corner straight to the Vitality offense. And Alpha 54 capitalizes twice now. It's been Mark by 8 not getting the touch that he needs. And we saw this a little bit last regional, James. Mark a little bit suspect in defense.
Well, in that time, he was just trying to get a 50, and the 50 went about as bad as it could.
Yeah, not great.
Now the shot blocked out. Dorito trying to control it. Hits it to Sizen, but Dorito's second effort. But reset, stopped by Radosin. Mark will lob it back down, gives up possession to Alpha, who takes it into a dribble. Now Mark again off the sidewall over to Dorito. Dorito double tap ball, but Radosin catches it and dribbles it along the corner before getting challenged by Atomic. Now Alpha booming it downfield, relieving quite a bit of pressure, letting Vitality regroup.
Yeah, there's an offense right now for G1, but it feels like Vitality have most avenues covered. Not too much happening on the orange side of the field, and Radosin almost had a passing option there, doesn't find Sizen, but the demos and the fake play there from Sizen relieves a little bit of that pressure and allows Vitality to keep attacking. Here's Alpha, gets the touch, almost the dunk. Sizen's got to be able to grab that corner boost, and here they go again off the ceiling. Vitality, this offense it's relentless.
Mark with a pinch up. Sizen. Lob down to Alpha, who put it into the middle. Radosin didn't go. Sizen trying to pick up small pads as Alpha booms it up to Radosin. Radosin denied by Dorito. Sizen up off the ceiling. Dorito with the catch. The flick, it's too high. Rebound is blocked aside. Radosin, that was such an important touch there defensively. Prevented the rebound shot.
Radosin was in massive trouble there, but finds a way out again. We saw the 1v3 defense before where it felt like the world was against him, but he just keeps finding a way out. And now 20 seconds left, Vitality with that 2-goal lead. I mean, this is the best we've seen him so far, James. The last series against Liquid wasn't quite the Vitality we saw last regional, but this is looking a lot like it.
Redirect attempt by Atomic, still blocked by Alpha as the final seconds tick away. Alpha taking that off, marked by 8's nose. Vitality, they did not start this game off with a goal. They had to come from behind. It was a nice start from G1, but then in a matter of about 20 seconds or so it seemed, Vitality put 3 in. It was back-to-back-to-back goals for Vitality. The defense falling apart. You mentioned Mark. He was kind of playing a key role in at least 2 of those plays. We saw him go for that quick clear that resulted in the first goal. Then the 50-50 that pinched out to the middle. Tough plays.
Not the best plays there. It was some defensive mistakes from G1, which is not what you want to see from that team. Usually they do have that defense on lockdown, but Leaf, bracket play, single elimination now.
Yeah.
How are the game ones looking?
They are looking like games. Moist got their first game against Sonic. I don't know. It's the end of the day. Then we have Saw getting their victory over Williams Resolve. Saw is on something today. So if there's another series, you only have 2 monitors, you only have 2 matches up, have this one up. I won't tell you to leave, James will get mad, but also have that one up because it'll be exciting to see if we can get Saw in a quarterfinals. That'll be fun. And BDS looks like they're getting things under control here. They get their game 1 against German Amigos. So that Saw match is the one I'm keeping my eye on though. That's it.
It looks like, well, thank you, Leaf, for the update. We'll be getting back into this match in just a moment. Had a slight delay, but it's Vitality and G1 series back underway. G1, they scored first. CJ, they were looking good out of the gate, but they started to sputter.
Yeah, they looked strong, and then it was only downhill from there. So let's see how game number 2 goes, James. I don't want to say that G1 should start a little bit slower to try and see if the result can change, because you always want to get the first goal on the board, but Vitality just responded so well from that deficit, and I mean, if they can continue that, this is starting to look rough here. I know it feels like almost a quarterfinal matchup, bracket play, single elimination, but it's only best of 5, James. You don't want to go 2 goals down or 2 games down.
The best of 5 really does make a difference. After that second loss, you really start to feel the pressure. So you know that G1 already could be in trouble. There's a miss from Atomic. Mark, lob it up. Atomic looking for Dorito. No, Mark will cut in, but he's out of boost, so Dorito will have to come in, running on small pads. Flick pass to the middle. Rebound out. Mark trying to get control of the ball. Couldn't do it. And now Alpha will pick up possession. Pinched out to Sizen. Launches it to the corner. Alpha can't get the 50. Sizen also beat on the 50. Atomic 50s Radosin. And G1 are now in Vitality's half. Dorito for the pop-up. Atomic.
Forward now. Here we go. Sizen does get the touch. Alpha 54. He's been so solid on the defensive end, James. It has been the offensive powerhouse Alpha that we know and love from last regional, but he's certainly been consistent here for Vitality. Here are chances now. G1 pushing forward, and perhaps better signs here for G1. They didn't get that early goal, James, but they appear to be a little bit more solid. The bump might come out, but There are numbers back now. What can Radosin do? Can he get the flip reset? Does have it over the top. Doritos in a lot of trouble. Dyson can't get the angle, and maybe they live to fight another day.
I mean, they did live on that play, but it was scary. Radosin just off. Now rebound out. Nobody's there from G1 to take the shot. Still Dorito will have enough space to at least pop it up, but the play fizzles out.
I mean, Vitality was so confused. They were in net saying, you go, no, you go, because G1, there was no one there to create that offense, which really caught Vitality by surprise there, but they do get away unharmed here, and now G1 get an opportunity. Atomic's downfield. He's looking for a touch. Shot on net. Alpha again in defense. Parries that one away and goes straight down the other end, but Dorito spawns off the demo and saves it.
Dorito. Shot towards net. Mark trying to beat the defense. Sizen perfectly positioned to handle that backboard pass attempt. There's a block. Radosin awkward. Rebound out to Dorito. The 50 cleared off the goal line by Sizen.
Just so cool, calm, and collected there with Sizen. Just bunted the ball to the corner. And here we go again. Vitality, they've been defending strong, but what can they do down the other side of things? It's going to be Atomic, however, to take it away for G1. Does get blocked out. Mark's crept, almost gets bumped. Shot maybe from Alpha, misses, but here's a goal. Sizen puts it away. Vitality off the offense from Alpha 54 get the first on the board.
And it all started out with Alpha reading that high hit, destroying the midfield presence from G1 and threatening the shot, leading to that rebound opportunity. Alpha doing work, didn't get credited for the goal, but it was Alpha's work that paved the way.
And it was a fake as well. Alpha just... Oh, here's another open net opportunity.
Oh,
Alpha
wow.
54 gets the dunk out of nowhere. And third man issues again. Just too casual from Atomic. Poor first touch. Alpha 54 into the challenge. Vitality. It's another one on the board.
And Alpha's in their head. Alpha is in their head. That had a lot of similarities to the last goal, where Alpha predicted the hit that G1 was going to make. Left them no time, no respect, and just rushed it. And it's going to result in a goal, and G1 is really struggling. This is going to be tough for them. But now, will they get on the board? Yes, they will. Atomic stabilizes, at least for the time being, and puts G1 back within one.
They do get a goal almost out of nowhere, and it was the size and bump into, also demoed on the way through. He was in a world of hurt in defense. G1 get one back off the kickoff with that pressure, and perhaps a chance here. I was just about to say, James, that the start of the games are so strong for V1. Oh, sorry, V1 for G1, but then they just get
this EU.
Sorry, and then they just get this sort of this red zone, this danger period. But they have found one back here. They have found a way back into this game, and there's a minute on the clock. A lot of time, and Atomic almost off the own backboard for the equalizer. The bumps are coming out. Dorito, but the shot was just wide. Mark by 8 could not get that thing on target. G1 had a perfect opportunity, James, but they want to come away with nothing.
It looked like Mark had the space there to get that first touch and go for the shot. Now rebound out. Dorito goes for the infield pass, and Atomic forced it wide. Back-to-back chances for G1. Back-to-back misses. Under 30 seconds left to go. G1 still trailing.
Oh, Atomic just puts an absolute hole through the backboard there. That's not where he wanted it. Tried to fire a top corner. G1 now, 15 seconds left. Can they get an equalizer? Can they avoid the 2-0 deficit here? It's only a best of 5. They have to reverse sweep. 7 seconds. What's going to happen here? Alpha 54 1-on-1 with Mark. Parries it up. 3 seconds left. Will the ball hit the ground? Dorito's going to get a chance over the top, but Sizen parries it. That ball is rolling around, James. And are we going to see it hit the deck? Dorito's trying to keep it up. Alpha's there. Drops it on Atomic's head. Ball still in the air, but Alpha 54 downfield should be able to kill this. Oh, Willie, it's still up. Ball's in the air. Atomic's going to get it. Radosin coming through. And now Mark by 8 on the counter-attack. Gets blocked out by Sizen. Dorito doesn't get it. It finally hits the deck. Vitality get their second game. Take a breath, please, me.
Yeah, that was well done by Sizen there, positioning his car to force it down into the ground, and G1, they had moments, CJ, to get back into it. They just were not able to step up. Now Vitality on match point. And that has to be a bit intimidating for G1, this Vitality team surging. Alpha having a fantastic game. Both goals coming from his aggression at the midfield, jumping on those challenges right away. Now Vitality in a firm position.
It's almost this lapse leaf in G1 at the moment, where they just have this 30 seconds a minute where they can see 2 or 3 goals, and that's the series. That's the game right there. And right now, G1, they're not quite finding a way to combat that lapse in concentration, that red zone that I talk about, sort of a minute, 2 minutes into the game. And now they have to reverse sweep. It's going to be a big effort.
I mean, again, it could be Vitality. They've been in this position and they were happy with their results from that last bracket. Like, hey, wait, we know this. Now we lose, we're out. Let's do what we did last time. They might be in the zone. They've had the warm-ups. And you know, if one team's having an off day, that usually lasts the whole time. And G1 hasn't been the most super convincing throughout the day. But yeah, that's why I ended up on Vitality on my pick. This is alongside Moist Esports and Sonics. Moist Esports is also on a match point. The other ones are going into game 3. Just so you know.
Well, thank you, Leaf. I think this series, CJ, G1 has, they have not really been convincing. Seen a few mistakes here and there. Vitality on the other end has had multiple players step up. Sizen scoring a key goal. Alpha digging that ball out to get the opportunities. And Radosin, I mean, you saw the goals he was putting in earlier today. So Vitality has been a bit more convincing over the long haul so far.
And just for G1 as well, this match is so important. This is the first round of the bracket. Loser here finishes out 9-12, and for G1, they finished top 8 in the first regional. That's not in the top 5, James. Well, it is sort of in the top 5, I guess you could say, for the major points, but a 9-12 finish here puts a lot of pressure on that third regional if they want to make the major, whereas Vitality, they've already got that top 2 in the books there, and they're looking solid. They're certainly a lot more solid. So this reverse sweep is everything right now for G1 if they do want to have their eyes set on San Diego.
And I think Vitality really has started to make a believer out of me with these performances. Radosin trying to bounce that off the ceiling. Mark going for the corner boost steal, but he got bodied off. Wasn't able to get it. Now we'll have to retreat all the way back, giving space now to Vitality. Alpha controlling, passing to Sizen, but Atomic had that play read.
Great spacing there from Atomic, ready for the touch, and Sizen as well. The midfield game is strong from both sides, defending well. Alpha 54, James, has been that man downfield, off the ceiling pass, Radosin follow-up. This could be an opportunity. And the miss coming out. G1 couldn't get it. Sizen puts it away, but I feel like that could have been parried away, James. There was a little bit of a whiff coming out there. Atomic couldn't get the touch.
Yeah, Mark was trying to get this read off the backboard. It was perhaps worried about hitting it into Radosin to get the dunk and wasn't able to clear it out that far. But CJ, you look back at how that play developed, and again, it's Alpha 54 at the heart of it. He hit that ball straight up off the ceiling and made it as awkward as possible for G1.
And again, they're just sort of letting Vitality attack. I'm not sure what the recipe right now for G1 is, James. We saw game 1, they scored that early goal and quickly conceded 3. We've seen them sort of have an early start. Atomic, is he disconnected? What has happened there? He has just driven straight past the ball, delayed flip. I'm not sure if it was lag, a disconnect, but he just pre-flip, accidentally hit that jump button again. And that is devastating right now. He stopped moving. I feel like that's almost a disconnect, but we're back into the...
I mean, I think he was maybe trying to flip cancel into the ball. Didn't get the flip cancel. And just, you know, that flipping forward motion just caused him to mess up.
It reminds me of that Alpha 54 back in the day on Barcelona, I think it might have been, that caused all the controversy. Did he disconnect? Did he control it? Because it was innocuous. It felt like that was just a touch that he was going to make every day of the week. But I mean, I think his hands are a little bit too fast there for what was going on. And there's a 2-0 lead now. Vitality, I mean, they're just staring down the barrel of a sweep right now.
And it looks like that sweep is coming through. Under 2 minutes left to go. G1, they scored that first goal. They've only managed to score a goal a game, and Verdosen putting in another one. Vitality kicking G1 when they're down.
It's just not Atomic's day here. Gets a pinch off his own car with
He had
Verdosen.
boost to get to that challenge as well.
Just not his day at the moment, and a 3-0 lead here for Vitality. Well, perhaps not the blockbuster matchup we might have expected, unless he got.
I mean, it is kind of like Blockbuster in that it is out of business. But, I mean, never mind. I digress. G1 certainly struggling. Alpha, with nice clear off the goal line. It seems like it's just a matter of time before Vitality closes this out.
Oh, James, I love you sometimes. But here we are with a minute left. Vitality 3-0 up, and I mean, we're just looking for a response right now. We're looking for a change in perhaps play style, structure here from G1. We're not seeing it. Alpha 54, he's in the zone. Verdosen, well, we know what he's been doing today. And Sizen, well, you know, there was a little bit of a side flip there, but I mean, they're all just, it's a well-oiled machine here, this Vitality lineup.
And I regret doubting them. They have come out and they have just looked like the better team. Verdosen almost getting another one, and Mark doesn't get the touch there. G1 defensively has not been on point. Even offensively, they're struggling to make plays. That is a really nice shot, but still Alpha. How many saves have we seen him make today, CJ?
Oh, I know, and for G1, James, it feels harsh to say it, but the defense has almost been comical, and we saw a little bit of that in the first regional. There was some strange own goals coming out from G1, marked by 8 in particular, and it's plaguing them here in this second regional as well.
And there were a few times even off ball and off director cam, there were some team bumps as well. It had just felt like from almost the very beginning of the game that G1 couldn't get comfortable.
Yeah, they just look flat as attack right now. Alpha 54 going to, I don't want to say, it's not
Alpha
exactly
was
the nail in
to the very end.
it's not the nail in the coffin, because that was a little bit ago. I'm not sure what this is. This is sort of stomping on the grave side at the moment.
Like a little
this
bit
is
of extra dirt on the grave, CJ, I'll be honest.
It's not too hot here for G1. They'll be going home, but Vitality, well, they didn't get the #1 seed in the group. That was reserved for Liquid. They bounced back strong here in the first stage of the bracket, and we'll be seeing the top 2 team from last regional through to the top 8 in this one. But Leaf, tell us something else is happening around the world apart from blockbusters.
Sure. I mean, where do we start? Are we keeping it to Rocket League, or do I have free reign? There's a.
I would say let's stick to Rocket League.
Definitely
Okay.
Rocket League if we can.
I don't want Johan yelling at us again.
It's well, around the board here, we do have another match that has finished up. Moist is going to grab their 3-0 sweep over top of Sonics. And then we will have 2 other matches that we'll be looking at in a second here. Team BDS and German Amigos. We have match point for German Amigos and Williams Resolve on match point over SAW, which is actually big. I thought SAW was winning would actually be the upset, but it seems like in their matchups, I'm looking SAW as a winning record over these